Hi everybody, it is now month 4. Can y'all believe it? 4 months in Chicago. Where has the time gone? If you see any messes behind me, we'll get to that later. Let's see, where did we leave off? It's a good thing I take notes and shit, because where did we leave off? Oh, it was right after Midnite Club. My mics were broken. Oh, oops. I got new mics and clearly I forgot to wear them. Oopsies. And I wanted to try them out, but everything is a mess. And again, we will get to that later. So a couple days after Midnite Club, we needed to celebrate. We turned up. We celebrated our success. We celebrated deals. We celebrated the event. We celebrated all of the things. A little bit too much, maybe. So I'm gonna stay on that one. Then May 29th, 30th, around there, all of the Midnite Club interviews started to drop. I was not prepared for the reactions, for the reception. It was a lot. It was a lot positive. Like, I didn't get any negative things that I can recall. And then on top of that, everybody thought that was the official return of Melly's Couch, which it isn't. I'm still figuring out how I'm going to structure it, where I'm going to do it, location. It's just some documentation, because everybody's going to be signing documentation. Okay, I don't want any fucking copyright bullshit later because you changed your mind. No, you're signing the shit before you get on fucking screen. Also, May 29th, Smokey was on 290 Mo. Clearly, we like 290 Mo. If we keep going there, at this point, he just needs to give me a key. Okay. May 31st, or that weekend, was the Riverfest. I don't fucking know. But anyway, it's like a little festival, annual festival that happens here in the neighborhood. So that was cool. I went and I got my cousin a funnel cake, but I didn't get one for myself. And now I kind of want one. So that's kind of rude. But yeah, that weekend, that was kind of how I spent it. Family stuff. Working on other things, obviously, but mainly family stuff. June 3rd. I released the Midnite Club recap. Yes, the video YouTube recap. I don't think anybody's really seen it, watched it, cared for it. But I haven't really promoted it either, because the interviews have taken off so much that nobody has given a fuck about anything else. So there's that. Around this time, I don't know if it was that specific day, but around this time, I started figuring out how to get my car here, packing up the car, doing all of those things, which I'm in Chicago, my car's in Miami. FaceTime is a thing, but it can only go so far. And so, yeah, that was around the time that the car was we were kind of getting the stuff situated. June 4th. I feel like there's always like good and like bad with these reviews. So June 4th, we had to put one of the dogs down. Our little buddy Chico. We had scheduled an appointment to put him down, and then he decided that he was going to go when he was ready, and so he did. That was tough. I've never gone to put a dog down like an adult has always done that, and I did it. I mean, I wasn't alone, obviously, but that made me miss my dog a lot. We're gonna figure him out really soon. He is scheduled to get all of his vaccines and everything missing from the vet in a few weeks, so that's another big step, because then once he has all his vaccines and everything, he could get cleared to fly or whatever. And yeah, but you know, regardless of who's dying and who isn't, and who's got vaccines and who doesn't, the show goes on. So same week or maybe the day after or something after the dog died, I had to do affiliate related things. You know, yes, I have my affiliate I mentioned before. I will put it in the description below and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I had to do some affiliate marketing things. June 7th was interesting from my notes. This day, Maya and Herb were on the lot. Unfortunately, I couldn't go with them because me and Smokey were judging the Bitter Jester Music Festival. This was the first night. I had kind of I think I mentioned that like all of June was pretty much going to be Bitter Jester. So there was going to be a lot else going on because that does take up a lot of time. It's a big time investment and stuff like that. So night one, me and Smokey did it, while at the same time Herb and Maya were doing the lot. This was also when expected, but it's still annoying, the clout chasers started popping up. I knew that this would eventually happen, and I kind of knew that it was going to happen after Midnite Club. Kind of expected it from where it was coming from, so I wasn't really surprised, but we're here now. It's a thing. I hate to put it in such a way because I don't feel like I'm anyone important or like super cool or anything like that, but like I do have to acknowledge shit. So once people start seeing you doing things, then all of a sudden everybody knows you, everybody's your friend, everybody's your homie. All of a sudden oh yeah, you're taking off, blah blah blah, let's work. And it's like, well, maybe I was trying to work with you and you didn't want to, or you were stupid. So do I really take your congratulations and your public display to heart? Not really. Like, do better. Yeah, this is now where people are coming out the woodwork. Oh my god, I missed you and blah blah blah. So that was the beginning of it. I kind of knew it was coming. Not surprised. June 8th. Oh well, I already talked about making Dobby's appointment and Bitter Jester. So yeah, it's June 7th, June 8th. That weekend was Bitter Jester. June 8th, I was judging by myself. Not by myself, obviously, but like nobody was there with me. Like Smokey wasn't with me, so that was cool. To kind of just do it myself. A couple days after that, Maya was on Breaking the Silence. Smokey was as well. Don't remember the exact dates, but I know they were both on pretty much the same week. This is also when I got my new mics that I was supposed to be trying out today, but again, we'll get to that. June 11th. I don't know what that says. Anyways, so June 11th, we're just gonna go with the car was picked up because I don't know what the fuck else I wrote here. It's gibberish, apparently. That's how I write. You are gonna wait. 2 days later, my car was delivered. So it was kind of weird with the whole car situation because I was stressed a little bit. I had finally gotten the company, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so the day the pickup comes and they're like, yeah, the dude who's going to pick up your car, like they can't do it. And they won't be there for another week. And I'm like, well, this is the only day. This is what we scheduled, blah, blah, blah. Because they had tried calling the day before to try to pick up the car before. The car wasn't ready. The car wasn't going to be ready until X day. And that's what we aimed for. That's, like, if you're trying to do this shit beforehand, that's not my fucking problem. Because car wasn't, this was the earliest day that it was going to be available. You did whatever the fuck you decided to do. Not my problem. So therefore, guys like, oh, we'll try to find somebody else, you know, for next week or something. I'm like, all right, cool, like let me know, because obviously somebody has to be there to give the dude the keys and all that shit. And I'm like, my brother's only off certain days, and yeah. And originally the car was gonna get here Friday, and I was really stressed because I was gonna be going to Bitter Jester again. I'm like, what if I'm not home and whatever. So anyways, the car people call me back. They're like, actually, we found somebody who can do it today from like they can pick it up between this time and this time. I don't remember what time it was, which was perfect. It was actually the exact times that my brother wanted to, or that my brother was available and he was hoping the car would come. Picked it up on like the big freight thing, bobs, and they were like, well, instead of Friday, he can actually get it there to you Thursday. So it fucking worked out perfectly. Like, whatever the dude on Monday was trying to do, fuck him. But this guy, great. When he dropped it off, obviously the streets that we live on here, you can't bring those big freight cars, so he had to drive it. But it was door-to-door delivery. Everything went well for me. Yeah. Another thing with the whole car situation is that they gave me the option to fill up the car, like to pack it up with personal items. So my brother did. So once the car gets here, obviously we have to start unpacking, which is where this mess comes in. I currently can't get out to the balcony to film like I normally would because there's boxes everywhere. It's an ongoing process. That is the mess. That's why we are where we are, and you're gonna have to deal with it because this is part of, like, oh my gosh, that's probably the most important part, is the fact that my car's here. I am now mobile. I am no longer depending on rides from my friends and my family. I can go places by myself. There's still some things I gotta need to figure out with the car, but it's here. We have made epic progress. Anyways, so moving on to June 14th. That whole weekend was Bitter Jester. I figured instead of, my car was not ready to be driving everywhere. Like I said, it was unpacked. We had to unpack it, blah, blah, blah. So I entrusted my cousin to unpack the car while I was out of town. Because instead of with Bitter Jester, it was easier for me to just stay there since I was judging again another 2 nights instead of like driving back and forth regardless if I had the car or not. So that's what I did. I got a hotel, and then again Smokey was coming Saturday, so it just made the most sense to just get a room. So that's what we did. We were so tired, but we also were having so much fun that we actually extended it, and we didn't come back until Monday morning. Yeah, Monday morning. Because we came back Monday morning, and then that was tattoo day. Yes, I got a new tattoo. Me and my cousin went together. Well, we had made oh, that's what I said, I think. Who the fuck knows? Oh no, son. I see what I read there. Okay. So the day that the car was being picked up or whatever was actually another big day because I also signed some paperwork, some legal stuff, and sent that off. So, but we'll get to that later. Let's just say we signed the papers that day. Tattoo day. Tattoo day, it was a chilling day. We got our tattoos done. He got one for my uncle. I got one. I got Not Today from Game of Thrones. It's significant for me because I have, if you know the quote from the show is when Arya and the Maester are training or whatever, and he's like, oh, there's only one God, and there's only one thing we say there's only one God, and his name is death, and there's only one thing that we say to death, not today. So I got that. Now the significance for me personally is I've been in so many car accidents, so many situations where I should have died, where I have faced death, so to speak, and each time someone was like, not today, and so I felt like I needed to kind of get that done. So now we're kind of in the peeling process, the not fun part where it's itchy. But yeah, it was a significant day. It's ironic now that I'm thinking of it that we both got tattoos related to death. Yeah, so now that I think of it, that's kind of ironic, but it is what it is. We had fun. We did some stuff, and yeah. So then after that, it was just pretty much been days of like unpacking, repacking, because again, not everything that they sent I need right now. So a lot of it is just gonna go into like storage and stuff like that. But now I have all of my clothes. I have all of my shoes. Well, not all of my clothes. I'm missing a few dresses, like 3 dresses. But I have all of my shoes. Yeah, I have all of my shoes. So I have most of my stuff out of my dad's house. There's like some minor things that they couldn't fit. But we'll just get that with the big move kind of thing. So a few days later, kind of just, I mean, those few days I just kind of spent unpacking, blah, blah, blah. Then I finally decided, hey, I'm gonna go drive. I'm gonna do this. So where do I go? Target. I went to Target. Okay, sorry, that was a little too, I went to Target. That was my first place that I went driving my vehicle in Chicago. Kind of ironic. Like, okay. Anyways, so yeah, I went to Target, and then after that, I was still feeling confident, still feeling happy. So I was like, fuck it, let's go somewhere else. So we went to go pick up Chico's paw print. Because, you know, like I had them do a paw print. We didn't have time to like do anything for him because it was such a like, whoa, we got to do this today kind of thing. So I had them do a paw print thing, and yeah. So I went to 2 places. Boop, boop, boop. The next day I drove again. I went to the studio with Maya. And I drove again because you know I gotta start practicing the Chicago driving. Chicago driving and Miami driving are a little different. I don't know which one is better or worse, but that weekend was a lot. I was reading a book, so I've kind of taken a pause on therapy. Because obviously when you switch insurances from state to state, not everything. So I'm in between therapists, but I was like, you know what? My therapist had given me a book to kind of read through. And I was like, you know what? Since I'm in between therapists right now, I might as well take the time and still work on myself while I get situated. So I was reading, Healing the Child Within. I'm like on the last chapter now. That shit has been eye-opening it's for me because it's like, holy shit, you made a lot of fucking progress, like a lot of progress. And it's just more like, yeah, it's more of like you were here and now you're here, and like it's also validation of like you're not fucking crazy too. That weekend too, it was like our little group or whatever, we walked around the neighborhood and all that stuff, which was so cool to just like, you know, those childhood, like reminisce on childhood memories and like, remember this when we were here, when we went there, kind of that kind of stuff. So that was a lot of fun. There was also some weird drama, like, how do I talk about it without putting the person on blast? I don't know, some bitches are emotional. That's all I can really say. Ultimately, I was right about someone and they showed their true colors. It was, you know, like when you have like your body reacts to someone but you're not sure why. It's kind of what happened with me. Like when I met this person, they were very bubbly and like in your face, and I was like, okay. And like I literally, like after shaking their hand or whatever, like after those pleasantries, my body physically like jerked backwards. So when they came with whatever drama they fucking came with, like, I wasn't really surprised because clearly my intuition was doing what my intuition does. Yeah, so it's just weird. Some people are fucking... Yeah. Yeah, it's giving, like, you are where you are, not because of who you are, but, like, it's giving you don't know how to handle yourself. So yeah, that was a little bit of drama. I handled it because I always do. That's what I do. I clean up the messes. Oh, now we're to the last couple days. Well, the day that I was supposed to film this, I was being a lazy piece of shit because, well, I wasn't being, not a lazy piece of shit, but I was tired, okay? We were drinking. We were up all night. We were doing things. So instead of doing this video, I slept all day. But I got a special delivery. Please hold. Oh. I got a special delivery from Astro Boy. It's so cool. Like, I was trying to go to their event. It didn't work out. It's just conflicting schedules. I was already booked for Bitter Jester like a year in advance, so couldn't make it. But anyways, I had to support in some way, so I got a t-shirt. Look at that. I just love this part of it. I don't know if you guys can see, but that part of it is like the coolest thing. I don't know if that's blurry or not, but yeah. And then him and Walt from the future pulled up on me on like a super rainy, stormy night where I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so bad. But they pulled up on me, and special delivery of the shirt, and they're so cool. We hung out for a little bit, but obviously it's raining and I wanted them to get home, and they needed to get home because bitch, it was raining. It was, and then like how we met up was kind of strange. Like, they parked in the back alley. Like, I had said, hey, park in the back so the dogs don't flip. They parked in the alley, so I'm just it's like literally out of a movie kind of thing where I'm in like a hoodie, dark hoodie type shit, running through the alley, just randomly get in the back of a car. Like, what are we doing? Like, kind of crazy, but it is what it is. So they're super cool, love them. Hoping to catch their next event. I don't know when it is, but if I do, I will insert clip here. If not, then bitch, you'll see that shit on my Instagram. Then what happened the day after that? Oh my god, the day after that, hello, I went to the Rust concert. It was You All Along. It was fun. My cousin dropped me off. Yeah, because what the fuck, I can drive, but like nobody wants me to drive downtown yet. I don't want to drive downtown yet. So Rust, featuring Black and Melly. I got there perfect timing to go get my merch. Missed Melly. I didn't really care to see her anyways because I don't know who the fuck that is. So I know, shoot. But I didn't really care. That's not who I was there to see. I was there to see Black and Russ. I had a good time. It was a little awkward because like I was in between two couples. So there was a couple on this side and there was a couple on that side, and I'm just here by myself. But I was front fucking row. Like, the only thing in front of me was the floor, so that was dope. The only thing that kind of sucked was like we were like the floor seats, or not seats, but like the general admission seats, to get in and out. So they would come in through the side, but then they would have to leave up the stairs. So every time, like, it's constantly people in your way. So you're just like, ugh. Like, I'm like, bro, for what I paid for, like, that kind of ruined it. Not ruined it, but like didn't make the experience too fun. Like it impacted how much fun I could have had. And that brings us to today. Today has been a big day. Today I woke up, and what did I do? Oh, I was on the Breaking the Silence podcast today. It was cool. I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't know why. I've watched a couple of episodes, so I kind of should have known, but I was on there today. That was cool. And then I had to move out of my cousin's room. I was gonna originally film this there in her room because she was traveling for like weeks, but she came back today. I mean, yay, but I lost my room. Which also helped me postpone unpacking a little bit. Now I can't postpone. No more postponement. So yeah, so then I was cleaning her room up a little bit, you know, because I'm a mess. Nah, I'm not a mess, but like obviously taking my stuff out because I was making it very homey. And yeah, then after that, there was a knock at the door. There was a knock at the door for me, special delivery, and let's just say I ran out of the house. I ran out of the house and I went to go handle some business, and I can probably very soon close that chapter. Close that legal chapter. Not the, there's still emotional aspects of it, but I can close the legal paperworky part of it in a few days. Yay. And yeah, I'm sure there's a lot that I missed, but that's all I could jot down. And so 4 months in Chicago, I think we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. And you know, like I said, my car is here now, so it's kind of official. We're getting there, guys. We're making the progress. Next up, new place. Fingers crossed. All right, until next month. Bye.